What's up? Today, I'm going to show you how to make a slam edit. All right, so backstory here. I spilled a Diet Coke all over my primary laptop that I use for everything. So I have created an entire new setup in a day where I'm running another mixer behind me, recording all of the audio while I'm running everything through OBS on a separate laptop that I set up last night to do all of this. So let's hope this works and sounds not half bad. So a slam edit, what is it exactly? So a slam edit is basically a hype acapella in, a little bit shorter, and it's kind of an edit that a DJ could scratch in or just drop on the one, maybe with a little effect or something like that, and allows them to segue into whatever that song is in a more smooth way. Typically, there's like a cool word play or something like that. It can also be used as a set opener. A lot of DJs use it like that too because it has that impact and then those risers that then lead into the song that they want to have it go into. It's honestly a pretty simple edit. It's if you have a good like acapella or some sort of wordplay you're thinking about doing, and you have kind of that loop for like a hype acapella in or something like that, I definitely recommend maybe just taking an extra 5-10 minutes, chopping it up, and then doing a slam edit on top of that, because then you kind of just kill two birds, one stone sort of deal. All right, so this is what we are working with today. Not bad. So I'll show you guys what I did here from top down. So I chopped up the original song at first just to give it a little bit more of that rise and build sound. And that chop is actually just this first section of the audio here. And then I added an auto filter on there here. So I just did a basic frequency automation. So if you just right click show automation, and anywhere between 200 to 400 hertz is a good place to start with songs that are already mastered. So has that nice like slow segue coming in. You can barely hear it at the start with the impact. And then I used a quick sample from 10 Crack Commandments, where it's like the count, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 Crack Commandments. What? I'm not a rapper. So I just chopped up the section where he says 1, the first number 1, because the first line in Blueberry Faygo is 1. And then on the sample, I just rolled off the low end here with an EQ8. And then I added a delay, and I have it at 2, and I didn't do anything with the width. If you want to have it kind of have that low pass sound, you can play with the width here on a delay effect, but I just left it as is. The feedback, I liked the length of it, but I dropped the dry wet just a little bit because I didn't want it to be as loud for each note coming down on the delay. And then I also just reduced the dry wet here so that there is no delay effect at the very end. So there's no delay on that last, what am I trying to say? So there's no delay on that last one, and that it's just perfectly segueing. So when one stops, the other song is starting. And then as the delay is coming out, I'm adding a reverb that comes in. So I have a reverb send down here. So, and on the reverb send, I just have this reverb automating. So the reverb's automating, and then it's coming up. So altogether, it should sound something like this. And that's pretty much all I did for this. I just did a simple roll off with delay and reverb, and then that section was done. And then right below that, I chopped it up a little bit more, and I did a slight pan. So if you ever want to pan anything over here on this right side, you have this slider. This is your pan. So I put it a little bit to the left just to add a little bit more movement. And then I even did a shorter delay here, and I put it on 1, and then I put it on fade and ping pong. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to have that slightly quieter chopped sound be on the right and left of your ear, whereas the main one sound is more center, more mono. So it's filling a lot of like the stereo field with it going, or there's just, I don't want to say like filling a stereo field, but the sound is bouncing around a lot, which is really good. So it's not sitting in one stationary place. There's a lot of movement going on. And then since it's the same sample, I just copied the EQ over and I just rolled off. It was the same roll off. So altogether, the two samples sound like this. And then once I had all those chops with the delays and the reverbs all set the way I wanted to, I just added a couple of basic effects and we were pretty much done here. I had a simple impact going on. But the one thing I did add was I added a very long delay effect. So it was just a basic fade, and then I played with the filter, and then, so right here, I was talking about the width here. I played with the filter a lot just to make sure I got it to the level that I wanted to, because I didn't want it to be that same like harsh top end of the impact. I wanted that lower end to be captured. And then to drop the dry wet, so it wouldn't be a very loud sound, but the sound would go a lot longer. Because you could see here, the effect is only, the sample, like the effect sample is only going, not even for the first half. So if you add a delay to your impacts, that's a good way to give more length to the sound that you're looking for. So without the delay, it sounds like this. And with the delay, it sounds like this. So you could see it carries almost the whole 8 bars just because I added that delay effect. So that was definitely a crucial part. I didn't do any roll off either because it's that first sound, so I wanted all the low end to be there. There was no reason to add an EQ to it. I did on this one though, I did roll off the low end on this because I just wanted the higher frequencies captured. Standard white noise down. And then I had a long sweep Cashmere. If you're ever on Splice, has a lot of great risers, falls, effects. I recommend them if you're not using any of the Reed Stefan samples. This is fantastic. This was the only sample I could get my hands on because I have a new computer now. So kind of same thing I did with the sweep down was I just rolled off the low end, but I did add a ton of reverb just to help with the transition. And then last but not least, good old handy limiter there. I just had the release on auto and then added a little bit of gain to make up for any loudness that was lost. And all together, it sounds like this. Kind of fire. I think it sounds pretty good, to be honest. I think that's a good example of what a slam edit is. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Let me know if you kind of liked this setup a little bit more too, with like the camera and the, I forget where it's going to be, in the corner somewhere, just so you guys can see my face kind of consistently throughout the video. So let me know if that's more helpful. And yeah, next week I'll be back with another video on surprise edits. So surprise edits are kind of a mixture of mashups as well as acapella in and out edits. So it kind of combines multiple elements together, and it's a very popular edit that's kind of trending right now. And I notice whenever I put together a good surprise edit, it gets a lot of downloads, and DJs benefit from it a lot. So that's what I'm here for, to help you guys out with whatever you need. So yeah, enjoy your day. Tell someone you love them, all of that good stuff, and I'll be back soon.